Hey everyone, my name is Shauna and we're back with another unboxing. Today it's another, as you can see from the Hako's Bales rubber mat, another Rush Duel unboxing. Yes, I also ordered the original first set really to ever come out for it was the first two starter decks. You can get them separate or combined. Separate, they were going for quite a bit on eBay, so this I did get on eBay for about $50, including tax and shipping, which, if you know, that was a ripoff. But since it's such an old product, like 3 years old, over 3 years old at this point, it's kind of inevitable. They're hard to find. All right, pull it out. All the decks just, whoops. Okay, so you get the Yuga starter deck and the Luke starter deck. If you haven't watched my other video, I will say all I've seen so far is just the English dub of the first arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s. I haven't seen Go Rush yet, and I've only seen the dub. I am going to start watching the sub of 7s now, and then go on to watch Go Rush. So you get the Yuga and Luke deck, and then you also get, I didn't really know this until later, a promo card of Seven's Road Witch. So that's actually pretty cool. You then get two mats, which are hilariously large, in my opinion. I guess because they just wanted to have the rules on the sides and stuff. So you can see they have these two extra flaps to show just like the order of phases, I'm assuming, and stuff. Very basic stuff, but this is, again, made for kids, and oh my gosh, they even go to very deep and great lengths on the back. Talk about basically the rules, I'm assuming, and stuff. But if you know Yu-Gi-Oh, you pretty much know Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duels. Yeah, they're actually pretty nice. Quality of the paper feels pretty good. Honestly, better than the TCG stuff we get with structure decks, but we're not gonna really go there. Of course, you get a second one, blue for Luke's side. And I guess we'll just get right to the decks. I mean, if you've seen the show or played the game, you pretty much know every card that is already going to be in here without me even showing you. But I figured I'd show you anyways. You obviously get Seven's Road Magician. And I'm a little disappointed that this rarity seems to be so popular. If you saw the other previous video, you'll know that they gave you 2 legend cards per battle deck, or I got 1 legend card per battle deck, 2, so we reviewed 2. And it's in this weird kind of like, in the English TCG, we would call this shatter foil, I think, or scatter, or something like that. I'm not a fan of it. See all this little, just looks like little pieces of, like maybe it's mosaic rare, I can't remember, but it just looks like little pieces. It does make it sparkle quite nicely in the light, at least on camera, it looks better than in person. I don't like it. So I'm a little disappointed that that's kind of the foil we get for signature card. And these, wow, these feel even thicker than the cards I got from the strongest battle decks. So these are the very first iterations. They feel very stiff and thick, kind of like poker cards. You know how they're more thick and sturdy than Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG cards, at least. I've never actually held an official OCG card, so maybe this is standard across OCG entirely, or if it's just Rush Duel, I'm not sure, but it feels very nice and thick stuff, you know, for kids. So you get his boss monster, of course, you get 3 of this guy. I honestly don't remember a lot of their names. I've never even been good at remembering English card names. But you get this guy, good classic staple card, the single tribute 2000 normal monster, a good addition. And then, you know, the 3 of the 1700 Hydro Magician. Yeah, Hydro Magician, I could read that. Then the Dark Sorcerer, the good old 1500 normal 4-star, the 3 Mystic Dealers, good card. And then you get to the Tribute Fodder, the 3-star 1100 attack, the 3-star 1000 attack. Then this guy he's kind of mid, but he has an effect. More importantly, he's a light spellcaster. And then, of course, the 1400 defense, single star, strange cat is what they call it in English. Do not know the Japanese name. But that, of course, lines up all the attributes: water, dark, fire, earth, light, and wind. So if you know, you know. Then you get 3 of this spell card, discard a card to increase a spellcaster's attack by 1,000, I'm pretty sure. If you have a spellcaster on the field, destroy one of your opponent's spell and trap cards. Then 3 of the best trap in the entire game. Basically, if you're running a multi-attribute spellcaster deck, you probably can beat anybody because it's just a mirror force at the cost of shuffling 4 spellcasters from your graveyard back into your deck. It's very powerful. And then 3 of this card, where it lowers your opponent's attacking monster attack by 500 if you have a spellcaster in your graveyard. So as you can see, it's extremely basic. It's Yuga's first deck at its most youthful of forms, and that's kind of why I wanted to get it. Just the base of the deck. I mean, some of these are like good cards. Like this card is amazing. This card is pretty good too. It can get rid of your opponent's back row. So these are some good cards filled with, you know, just the classic Yuga cards that you may not carry over into your final actual deck. So we'll move on to the Luke one. Pop that off. You get the multi-strike Dragon Dragius. Again, in that weird foiling. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Then 3 of his Gravy Crush Dragon, I think, which is the English name. Again, these feel super, super stiff. Might be because they're so old, too. You got his 3 single offer 2100 normal monsters, so this is part of why Luke's deck is so powerful, is he has one of the strongest single offer monsters in the game. Then you got a 5-star 1600, 3 of those, 3 of everything in the deck, except for the main boss monster. 3 of his 1500 attack 4-star normal monster. It's always good to get those. 3 of this guy, which I'm pretty sure you just discard a card to attack twice. Not bad. Then Luke's tribute fodder. So 3 of this guy, 3-star 1100, 3-star 1000. This card is a good addition though. I'm pretty sure you just discard a card to get a dragon from your level 5 or higher dragon from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty powerful when there's very little monster recursion from the grave. Then the 3 level 1 1400 defense tribute fodder monster, just like Yuga. Then you've got the sort of the dark hole equivalent, I think, to his deck. So he got like the mirror force with the trap. Luke gets the dark hole, where it destroys all monsters on the field. I think if you discard 3 dragon monsters from your hand, but if you do destroy one that way, you can special summon a dragon that's level 4 or higher. I think it's 4 or lower from your grave. Then you get the same equivalent as Yuga's card, a dragon on your field, destroy opponent's back row. Then you get some this is part of what makes Luke's deck the stronger one, is if you can get this out, you can, if your opponent normal summons a monster, you can special summon a dragon from your hand. Doesn't matter if it needs a tribute or not. And another one of his good cards, if you know from the game, if they left a card in their hand, they probably have this face down. So yeah, if you destroy a dragon, they can discard a card to to destroy a monster on your opponent's field. I don't think it is the one who attacked either, so if just your dragon gets destroyed, you can destroy a monster your opponent's out of the field if you discard a card. So yeah, I don't necessarily recommend you pick this up yourself, considering how old and expensive it probably is. But if you are like me and you just want like that first classic standard product, like to me, this is starter deck Yugi and starter deck Kaiba, you know, from the old days. Like, you kind of want one in your collection, even though it's garbage. Like, there's barely any good cards in those decks. And I don't plan on reselling these either. And I highly doubt these cards will fetch a price like the original Blue Eyes and Dark Magician do, which they're not even that expensive either. And of course, I will be opening this promo card because I will be using it in the deck. It makes it much better. The Seven Dwarfs Witch, which, look at that. That's... Like, I know some of you people in the Magic community complain about how bent your foils get. Look at that, that's ridiculous. But that's kind of what you get when you foil the entire face of a card. And that's pretty much it. Just, as I've said in the previous Rush Duel video, I am reviewing the product. unboxing it, kind of talking about it, but it's not really going to inform your decision on whether you buy it yourself. And I don't really buy these products to review in the first place. This is mainly just for my own collection, and I figured I might as well make videos as I do it. So that was the original starter deck duel pack from Yugioh Rush Duel, Yugi and Luke deck. Thank you for watching. I will be continuing to do more videos. I've got 4 more strongest battle decks on the way and 4 or 5 booster boxes, the OCG style booster boxes where they're like there's less packs in them compared to like the TCG traditional like 24 pack booster boxes. But yeah, I wish you the best of luck in all your figure collecting and trading card collecting adventures. Farewell, my friends. Alright, some final words on these 2 starter decks after doing some duels with them. Remember, I only have the Asana strongest battle deck and the Roman strongest battle deck to face them and against each other. But all in all, they're better than you might initially think they are. They are extremely basic, but some of the best cards in the decks, there's 3 of them. And they do a lot of work in taking stuff out. This card is just an absolute key card, and there's so often you can use this card in tandem with this one, where you special summon this guy from the grave, discard one of your one card in hand to use its effect to get maybe one of your higher level dragons that are gone, do some tributing, get them out, do some damage. It's very effective. Same with the Yuga Spellcaster deck. I took out one of the Hydro Magicians for 7-0 Witch, and this trap card is just ridiculous. The only time this deck loses is if you manage to destroy its back row, which these decks struggle with doing that. So I definitely, like if you want these, and you're worried about like them not being strong enough, there's tons of support cards that have been released over time for both Yuga and Luke, depending on. So, they're good. I definitely, recommend it if you're in that kind of mindset of wanting some good old classic Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's cards.